We got to turn it on, huh?
Hello. Hi, everyone. So I'm Izzy, and I was asked to talk about the fear of the Lord and how that starts as wisdom. So fear is a very interesting topic to me. I suffer from a lot of anxiety, which is super duper fun. So like the fear sensors that people have when they're like, oh no, something's a problem, mine just kind of like go off whenever they feel like it. um, or like they go off in more exaggerated ways. And so I get stressed over everything. And it's been so long that I kind of forget that it's a thing. So I was talking to somebody yesterday and they were like, I don't really get stressed. And I was like, really? I'm stressed all the time. What do you even think about? And they're like, I think about like food. That's what they told me. They're like, I think about food and I think about music. And I was like, don't those things stress you out? And they were like, no. And I was like, oh, I have a problem. But, like it's one of those reminders of like what I think about and the way that it works differently for me. And I've gone through a lot of processes of like how to rethink that fear and that anxiety because it does go off all the time. And like how Kiara talked about like separating it and having it be a different thing that helps you, I found different ways. So one of them was in a book I read a long time ago. It's called The Six of Crows. And this girl talked about her dad. She was a trapeze artist, so she would be like up super duper high, and you have like that feeling of like in your stomach. And whenever she was afraid, her dad would say, "Pay attention because something's going to happen." And it's better to, and in my mind, that really helps me because it's like instead of this thing that's like out of control, it's something to help you like pinpoint, and it kind of centers you. And for me, I can be like, oh, like that's fear. What does that mean? And then if it is just my body kind of freaking out, at least I've had that way to center it. Another thing is like if you haven't seen Kelly McGonigal's TED Talk on making fear your friend, you should because it's incredible. And they make you watch it all the time in high school. I don't know, it's a different world of high school now. But she talks about how they used to say that people would die from stress all the time, but really they died from being told that stress kills you. So if you think about stress as a friend instead of your enemy, it doesn't bother you whatsoever, which is really scary when you think about stress being really difficult all the time. So we're having to rework that stress again. So for me, this fear, it helps you become aware of potential threats in your life, right? So that fear of God helps you navigate your life from potential threats. So instead of thinking of that fear as like this outside thing, if I think about it as like him being like, hey, you should look out for that, and that way to navigate and help you, that gut feeling is him telling me how to navigate fear, and it's like a helpful thing and not a hindrance. So that's my fear and wisdom.